Hi there, it's Tanya with Free Range Cottage, and if this is your first time here, then welcome. If you've been here before, thanks so much for coming back. Today we are gonna go out thrifting. Well, I am, and I'm taking you along. I was trying to work on some things on my computer and just kind of had some frustrations. So you know how it is when the going gets tough, the tough go thrifting. Isn't that the saying? Anyway, I'm going to run to the bins, which I don't go to very often, and because I don't find a lot of things, but when I do, the price is usually right. And so I've brought my gloves along. It's always a good idea to bring some gloves because everything's just piled in big bins and there could be broken things and stuff, so you have to be careful when you're digging through. But I'm going to stop there for a minute, and then I'm going to probably hit up Goodwill and maybe Samaritan Shop. I'm looking for some vintage books. I'm about to put up a shelf in my bedroom, and I'll show you when I do that. But I'm kind of wanting a couple of things to accessorize in there, and just kind of whatever catches my eye. I'm just like you, and I just like to go out and look and get creative and get ideas. So thanks so much for coming along with me, and I'm excited to see what we find today. Okay, so here we are. I'm walking in and hoping I find something good. It's Thursday morning, so we'll see. Well, I didn't find much at the bins, which it's very hit or miss. So I'll show you what I found there later. It was just a couple of books. But our next step is Samaritan Shop. Hopefully we have better luck here. Okay, are you ready for this haul? I am excited about this thrift haul. It is a rainy, kind of overcast day today, so of course I've had to put some lights on, and I hope you can see things pretty well. But I didn't want to wait because it started out kind of slow, like I wasn't going to find anything, and then I ended up with quite a haul. So I'm excited. Let's get started. You're probably just going to see the top of my head cut off, but I want you to be able to see the things that I'm showing you, so I've kind of backed it off here a little bit. So one of the first things, I guess this was the day of browns because I did find a lot of brown things. So first off, I found this big amber vase, and it's just kind of a contemporary size, and I thought I could put a plant down in it. I could put flowers in it. I could put a candle. I think a candle would be beautiful in this. And I think I paid $2 for that one. So you can see it needs washing up and cleaning up, but it's a really pretty, that amber glass is so pretty. And then, funny enough, at another place I found another, this was 50 cents. I found another amber glass sort of candle holder. All of these still need a good washing and cleaning. I mean, I just came in the house with them. Okay, so I got this pitcher for 25 cents. And it does have some type of mark on the bottom. I can't remember what it said. New proof. I can't tell. But anyway, not in this lighting. But I got this for 25 cents. Actually, it's a good size. The brown is pretty, and it's got little scallops and little marks in it. I don't know if I'll keep it the brown. I may try one of these. I know a lot of people paint things with just chalk paint, and I've also seen where they mix in baking soda or something like that, and I may try one of those techniques on this. I'm not sure, but it's pretty as is, but for 25 cents I might try it. And this sort of caramel colored one I got for I believe it was $1.50. And again, really pretty little pictures, cute. Now, when I was at Salvation Army, they were having a tag sale of any yellow tags were $1 of bric-a-brac. And this is one thing I found, and it's a bamboo tray. I don't know quite what I'm going to use it for yet, but it's a nice size. And I thought even in a bathroom or somewhere you could use this. So I got that for $1. This was down on a bottom shelf, and it looks like carved wood, doesn't it? I thought it was so cute, and it was $2 actually. But guess what? It's not carved wood. It's that molded plastic, but it really looks authentic. And it might not stay the brown. I might use this in my new little desk area I'm setting up in my bedroom. So let me know if you think I should paint this or if I should leave it the wood look. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do with that. So that was a fun find. This was $2, and this is a modern canister, but like I had said before, I was looking for different things to go on those shelves in there. And this has a bamboo top. You know, you can open it. It's probably from somewhere like Home Goods. I've seen similar, but I really liked the colors. It's sort of a blue and a metallic gold and white, and sort of that iCat print, which has that boho flair to it, and I always love a little bit of boho. And then I found, I'm not going to name which store I got which at unless I just think about it, because I don't have it all set up in categories. So this was, I know from Salvation Army, it had a $3 tag on it, but it was a yellow tag, so I did get it for $1. And it's the milk glass, and it's sort of the quilted look milk glass with scallops on top. And I thought this would just be so pretty for succulents, either faux or real. Or air plants would be beautiful in this. This would be cute with little soaps, you know, like the real rustic, handmade looking soaps in the bathroom. And there's just a lot of things. Oh, I even thought by the sink to put your scrubbies and sponges in and stuff. I thought that would be great. You can see I'm just unloading right here. I haven't even pulled anything out too much at all. This was a great find because I know maybe you've seen my Buffalo espresso cups that we got before, and we do love the Buffalo china. And I found 3 of these little bowls. They were 75 cents a piece. And I thought they were really cute. They've got sort of a, well, you can see, I don't know if you can see, it says Buffalo china on the back. And they're sort of just heavier and cute little berry bowls. And it's a black line around the rim and then sort of a yellowy green maybe. And those colors work great with everything I have going on. And we use these little bowls for salsa and, you know, sauces. We love our sauces on things, and berries, anything like that. So there were only 3. I would have loved to have found more, but 3, and we can add those. I actually have some black Fiesta ware that are about this size, little ones, so they would actually mix really well with those and be cute on a, you know, forget a table setting. I don't do a lot of formal table setting, to be honest with you. I know a lot of bloggers and vloggers do a lot of tables, and really maybe I'll do them at holidays, but we are so casual here anymore because my kids are grown and we have young grandkids that we do. I want to set the precedent for them to sit down at the table on holidays and birthdays and stuff, and we do that, but it's not real formal. Usually I have it set up buffet style, and, you know, maybe I'll have the dishes stacked over on the kitchen island and everybody grabs their plate kind of thing. Sometimes I will put the plates over on the table and stuff. And we have been doing Sunday dinners, which have been really fun, where I'll pull out a tablecloth and we'll light dinner candles, and it's all really nice. And I'm going to show you some stuff that we're going to be using with that in just a minute here. You know I love my kitchen stuff, and I could get carried away on dishes, so I'm always looking at the dishes. Okay, so candle holders. I found these, and I found some other ones. Let me reach for these. I found, now these are all new candle holders. They're not vintage, but they're really pretty. These are probably just like from Hobby Lobby or something. And I paid $2 a piece for these, and they're that weathered wood look with the beads, really popular farmhouse style. And they'll hold a pillar candle. And honestly, I love the what are they, battery operated candles. They feel like wax on the outside, but the wick, I think they're called 3D or something. The wick flickers. I'll see if I can find them on Amazon, and I'll link to them. But I have some of the skinny pillars, and I need to get some of the regular size pillars now, because they also have timers on them. So you could have your, you know, an arrangement set up on your table, and it just comes on at night, and I love it. It just gives such really nice ambiance, and you don't have to be, you know, having an overhead light on and stuff. So these actually say Kohl's $19.99, and it looks like each. It doesn't say for the pair. And I don't know if they're wood or not. They're black, and I don't hate the black, but they may or may not get painted. I don't know. I can't guarantee anything. I will probably take this little charm thing off. It's not terrible. It's like a little leaf and some jewels. And some people might like it on there. It's not a terrible little embellishment, but I just tend to like things more simple. And especially if I paint them, you know, my go-to white or something like that, then I would just want them to be real simple looking and just classic. So those were also $2 a piece, and normally $20 a piece at Kohl's, it looks like. Even on sale, they'd probably be $10 a piece or so. So that was a neat deal. And then another unique piece was this orange, and orange is not something I normally go for, but this was just so boho and cute, and I thought it would be a cute vase. I really just loved the way it's homemade. Someone made it. It doesn't have any mark, you know, maker's mark or anything on it. And I just loved the white, how it just looks like dripped on. I thought it was really pretty. And then I happened to turn around and see some wording real small on the back that I hadn't even seen when I bought it. And this was $2. And it's in Spanish, and I looked up the translation. It says, "There's just no gossip and they know it in your house." So I thought that was cute. There's just no gossip and they know it in your house. So I thought that was really cute. So I will probably use it. I don't know if I wash it and it's safe to go in the dishwasher. My son loves, the one that still lives here, loves big mugs. So he'll probably be trying to grab that. And then what else did I find? Oh, I had been on the lookout for some little oil lamps. And you know, there's been so many power outages and winter storms and stuff, so we had been kind of looking for that, and I found 4 of these. They're very petite, and they're more like a candle when they're lit. They're not super lit up, but it was a really good deal. I'm trying to think how much I paid for 4 of them, and there was a bottle of oil, and I think it was like $15 for 4 of them like this. So I thought that was not a bad deal. Looking at the new ones, prices on new ones was kind of high. And then I found these really neat canisters. And the blue just made me think of spring. And they look really, I mean, I think they're homemade, handmade again. No maker's mark or anything. These were $5 a piece. I found 2 of them. I haven't even opened them. I'm going to open them and look inside. And I just loved the blue. Oh, there is. Crockery ink. Crockery ink, it says on there. So there is a maker's mark on there. But you can see it's all glazed on the inside. Very nicely done. And big. Nice size. I mean, look next to the candle holder. You can see this is a pretty big candle holder. And you can see this would be a great one for flour or sugar, or we buy 5-pound bags of coffee beans, and I've been looking for canisters for that. I don't know. I might do it. Now, also, I do love the little blue flowers on the front. I think they would go beautiful in the spring. But also, I did think about doing that paint technique on these, which I probably wouldn't do if I was going to actually use it for any kind of food, because then I couldn't probably clean it as well. But that's a thought. And also too, you guys, I am really considering opening. I had closed down my flea market booth for a while. I just got to where I didn't have time for it, but I'm really considering starting one again. So some stuff is going to be keepers and some stuff is going to, you know, go on into the booth. So I'll keep you posted on that. And then, so there's that second one. I'll show you. Reach over and get that. Oh, and there's a little chip on that one that I did not see before. That happens. So these are looking more and more like a paint project with that little chip. I thought about the white pottery look would be beautiful, of course, but then I've seen a lot of black or gray done, and it looks like the more textury pottery. They add baking soda or different things into it. I've even seen where people have used sort of spackle and stuff. So that might be something I try on one of these. And okay, so I'm going to show you my little book haul. I did get a couple from the bins. They were like a blue-green color, really pretty. And my husband took my vehicle today, and they were still in the back. I hadn't grabbed them out of there yet, I don't think. So I think what I'm going to do with those, though, is I'm going to pull out the guts. It's got some really neat animal pictures and vintage and stuff in there. Not really probably anything frameable or anything like that. But there were some, my son had just gotten like this homestead bundle, or sort of like a prepper bundle that had some garden things and natural medicine things in there, and I wanted to print those off, and I think that I will reuse those sort of notebooks that's in, and be able to just put my printed little books in there, and then they won't be so ugly. Okay, so as far as books go, I did find some really cool vintage books, but then I found some new ones that I like too. And I haven't shopped for books in quite a while because I kind of did pare down my books, but now I'm sort of in collecting mode. You know how it goes, up and down. Well, with me anyway, I purge, then I collect. I purge, then I collect. Some stuff makes the cut. There's some things around here that have been here for ages, but a lot of things don't. I'm not super sentimental. I feel like I'm getting a little more sentimental the older I get. But honestly, things don't remind me of people, and it's okay if you're very sentimental, because my daughter is very sentimental. She would probably have every dress since she was born, and you know, she would keep it all. But I've just never been like that. I keep a small selection. Each of them had a bin full of things. But yeah, so I will pass things on or sell them, my vintage books or my, whatever. But, there's no shortage of stuff in the world, and so that gives me the freedom to pass things along and get new things. And then plus, I'm sure a lot of you are like me, you like to go thrifting because you don't spend as much money. So you get your money's worth out of it. You enjoy it for however long, 6 months, 5 years, whatever. And then you're like, I paid $3 for it. I think I can let it go. You know what I mean? So that gives me that freedom too, and that's part of why I love thrifting. So I thought these were so cute. $1 a piece from Salvation Army, called Homemaking Book 1 for Teenagers. And I really think these were from school. I think these were issued at school, because I saw couple handwritten things in there. And isn't it funny how one of them was from, I think they're from like 1966 or something like that. And it's funny how they called it homemaking, and then by the time I was in high school it was home economics, and now it's poof, no such thing as far as I know. I don't know. I homeschooled my kids through high school, so I don't think they have it anymore, or maybe they renamed it again. I don't know. But I loved the color on this, was sort of a blue. I'm looking for blues and greens in my books. Here's the book 2, and that sort of turquoisey, vintagey aged is cute, and I thought it would be cute on the shelf. Then I found, this was $1, and it's James Michener's Texas, and I'm from Texas. Well, you may know, you might not know, but I do love the cover, and I love the subject matter, so that's kind of fun. And along those same lines, for $1, I got a cupcake book, 500 cupcakes, little cookbook. My grandkids love, especially my granddaughter, loves cupcakes. I mean, obsessed with them. And this has got 500 different kinds. I thought this would be a cute little book for her to look through when she comes over, and we can go by and do some of the recipes, because I think she doesn't eat a ton of them after we make them. She'll maybe eat one or something. So I think she really enjoys the baking time, and it just feels good to her. So I think we should do more of it. Then I got this Real Grilling. Normally I don't get a lot of cookbooks these days. This was $3 because everything's online, but this had some amazing spice blends and sauces, and I thought, this is just easy. It's all in one place, and we can refer. We have certain cookbooks that we keep and we refer back to over and over, and I thought this had a lot of good basics in it that I wouldn't have to print out, because favorites lately we're trying to print them out, so in case we're like, what was that recipe I used? And of course you can pin it on Pinterest and stuff, but my Pinterest recipes is pretty full. So I do have a book where we print out our very, very favorites and put them in there. But so some of our cookbooks, serve for that. And then I got this paint effects for the home decorator, which it's an older book. It was normally 25 bucks, I'm seeing back here. It was $1, and it's 1,200 paint effects. And what I liked about it is that it actually has say you want to get a grass cloth look on your wall or on a piece of furniture, or wood, you know, the faux wood, or I don't know about the sponge painting and all that. I could probably pass on that, but I did like some of the, you know, dragging and, you know, the linen and grass cloth and those kind of looks for walls or even for furniture. I know I was in, where was it, TJ Maxx, and they had these nesting tables, and they were all covered in sort of a textured grass cloth, and they were just beautiful. And I thought, oh, those would be really pretty in my living room. But I mean, of course, they were $60 or $70 each, and there were 2 of them, and they were very simple. They were just like a U shape. I actually have a little bench that Rob made that's like that. And I'm like, wonder if I need to just get the peel and stick wallpaper that looks like the linen or the grass cloth and put it on there. But then I saw this and I thought, well, maybe I could experiment, and I might just want to paint it. And that way, if I wanted to change it up later, which would never happen here. I never change anything. I have so much more. So I'm going to have to try to go faster, I guess. Let me move some things out of the way. Now, this next one, you may be thinking I'm a little crazy, but I was, sorry about the tape. I was in this boho mood with that orange mug and everything, and I saw this, it's just funny. I saw this vest. This is a vest. If you want to look like a sheepdog or something. I know there's a lot of cute little teenagers that could probably get away with this, and even grown women, but I'm not one of them. But I loved the ombre fur on it. So I'm going to take this back piece and I'm going to look for either a little bench to cover, or I'm going to go ahead and make a long big pillow where that ombre shows. And I think it's just boho and cute. So that was $4.50, I think, and it'll be well worth it when I make the completed project. And whenever I do that, I'll show you. Okay, and always with planters, I have a bunch of little concrete planters that are more almost modern looking, and so this was $2.50, and I can always use these for a plant or seashells, moss balls, or whatever. And this one's just a little more French country ornate looking, and I thought it was so pretty and will mix well with those more modern lined ones. This was $4, and it's dirty, and it's very rustic. Someone just made it, but it has beadboard for the bottom, and I thought for $4, yeah, and I will probably paint it or jazz it up somehow. I would like to paint it just so that beadboard would pop in the bottom there. So that's a cute one, and I'm sure I will find plenty of things to use that for, either plants or decorative bottles, whatever. It'd be really cute. Now these are just pie plates. One's a Pyrex and one's a Anchor Hawking. I don't know that they're vintage or anything. They have a vintagey look to them, and they were $3 a piece. And I just went ahead and got them because they're more of a deep dish. I have these 2 green, just gorgeous, sort of, I don't know if they're pottery. They're not pottery, but they look kind of pottery-ish, but they have a shine to them. But they're not real deep dish. And it's funny because Rob just made 2 quiches last week, and he's just grumbling. You know, he doesn't like those pie pans, but I love them. I think they're like this deep forest green, real pretty. And he's like, okay, now get rid of that one. I'm like, no, we're keeping all of them. So there we'll have options in that. And maybe eventually I'll get rid of some, but I doubt it. Especially around holidays. We can make several pies and need the pie pans anyway. Okay, I decided that I'm going to get a little bit of blue and white to go with my green lettuceware. If you've seen any of my past thrift hauls, you know I've got a lot of it. I found some really good amount of it. This says USA. It's a little bit different. I passed up a gorgeous big platter that was blue and white, and it was probably came out to here. but it was $25 at a flea market when we were, gosh, you know, an hour away from home and stuff. And I thought, oh, I'm not paying $25, and I kind of regret it because it was huge and like very impactful, beautiful, beautiful piece. Anyway, I paid $1 for this. But if I find a big platter like that again, I will probably get it. But I'm probably going to get just a few pieces to tie in with that green over the summer. I think would be really pretty. I'm trying to kind of up my game in my little sort of French country china cabinets over here. I'm going to spruce those up a little bit. This was a little basket for $1, and it perfectly holds square napkins, the ones I love to get from IKEA. They're sort of a big oversized, but then you can get the little bit smaller ones would fit in here too from the grocery store. So you can't go wrong with that. And listen guys, with wicker, now use your own judgment. It depends on how old or what kind of shape it's in, but this one, I already did soapy water. I mean, I got this wet. I cleaned it with soapy water, rinsed it dry, let it dry in my dish drain. Now when it's sunny and nice and summer out, you can put them outside in the sun, and most baskets will clean up beautifully that way, and I have no problem doing that. I like to clean everything really well if I can. Okay, this was a really fun find. I've been looking for a couple of teapots just because sometimes I've been wanting to drink a little bit more tea instead of drinking so much coffee. I love coffee. I didn't used to drink it my whole adult life, and the last 5 or 6 years I drink it, and you know how it is. You can get to where, oh, well, I need coffee in the morning. Oh, it's afternoon coffee time. So I thought, I used to love tea, and I don't drink as much of it now, hot tea. So I thought, well, maybe if I make it a little bit more ritual in the afternoon. It's tea time, you know. And so I've been on the hunt for a teapot. I was really just looking for, you know, something white, but I spotted this, and again, I said I'm looking for some blue pieces, and it is just beautiful. And plus it's got the little, I don't know if you can see that in there. It's got the little strainer in there, so you can actually put tea leaves in here and then pour. And it's got a mark, well, it's got a sticker that is handcrafted, and it's made in, I think it's Japan. I think that's what we saw on one of the mugs. So yeah, Japanese pottery, very nicely done. My oldest son, who is a tea fanatic, he's actually going to open an actual tea shop, is going to be jealous, but he doesn't get it. But anyway, it came with 4 of these nice size mugs. They're not teeny tiny, which he uses the smaller ones because he does all the specialty teas and stuff and does multiple pourings and things. But me, I'm just plain old simple girl. I just want myself an English cup of tea. I'm probably going to put some cream in it. I don't do sugar, but these are really a nice size for even coffee. So there's 4 of those, no chips, a little dusty. I swear they look like they've never been used. So that was $15 for that set, which is, you know, getting on a little higher end of what I usually spend, but they were just so nice that I thought, I'm going to go for it. And you know what? It was really fun. Normally, I don't like to go thrifting by myself. And it was kind of fun because I felt like I was bringing all of you along, and I knew you would enjoy this like I do, like we went together or something. But I actually kind of had fun because Rob's going to get mad when he hears me say this. When he's with me, there's always that consideration, like he's not going to like it and he's not going to want me to get that. So he might have talked me out of this. For some reason, when we were there, I feel like he might have talked me out of this. But when I got home, he really liked it. I think he loves the Japanese pottery. It's really well made. But it was just fun because I was just kind of loose. You know what I mean? I was let loose thrifting. So I found all kinds of fun stuff and just went for it. And I really had a great time. You're going to freak out at the certain furniture. Well, I freaked out anyway. You're not going to believe the price I got on these furniture pieces, which I haven't even picked up yet, but I'm going to show you a picture of in a little video here at the end, and it doesn't even do it justice, so stay tuned for that in a minute. Okay, for some reason I like sort of what do I want to say, amateur oil paintings. And I love them when they're kind of worn and just, it looks like it's hand stretched canvas here. And everybody that knows me knows I don't do a lot of red. I'm like sort of not into red in my house. I don't mind little touches of it, but for some reason this garlic and pepper, I just love the background color on it, and I didn't mind the red because it's peppers, and we eat garlic and peppers like all the time, and I just thought it was so rustic and cute. So that was $5. It just reminded me of like a European farmhouse, something that would be in that, you know. And then I have another one. Where'd it go? I hit it with my chair. This one I actually did not get yesterday, full disclosure. We went to an estate sale and I got this one for $4. The other one, did I say it was $5? This one, gosh, you can't even see the whole thing. I have to turn it sideways. Okay, it is very rustic, and it's very just kind of blocked out, sort of a river and trees, and it reminds me of a lot of what you see here in the Ozarks, just the beautiful rivers. And again, beat up, hand stretched canvas. Like, I mean, you can't get much more vintage farmhouse or boho than a hand stretched canvas, because boho is all about, you know, starving artist kind of style, and then farmhouse is a lot of rustic handmade things. So I think it really works in both of those styles, just to add that touch of authenticity to it. I just love it. Okay, and oh, this was actually a flea market find from a little while back, but I wanted to show it to you. And I've actually got butter in it. Rob actually found this one, but it is a stoneware piece. And I think we paid $15, which to me is a little high. But it was in a flea market, and it looks handmade. Well, it's got a maker's mark, but it's a hand done maker's mark on the bottom. So someone made this. But it's really well done, and I tell you what, I'm not going to show you my butter because it's a mess in there. But we like to have butter on the counter that's like softened so that we can use on things. And this has been great. I had a long one that, you know, keeps the stick and whatever. And this one with the lid like this just works really well. It's not one of those butter keepers where you put the water and the whole thing. We had one of those before, and honestly, in our climate or whatever, it wasn't my favorite. But this has worked beautifully so far over the cooler months. Now, in the summer, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if the pottery keeps it a little cooler or not. And speaking of pottery, these I found at an estate sale. I'm pulling in just a couple of things that I didn't get yesterday because I hadn't shown them to you yet, but they're so worth showing. I've got to show you these. These, I couldn't believe. I went to an estate sale. Make sure I've got all of them. I went to an estate sale in our town, and it's a beautiful old house, and it's for sale now. Oh gosh, if I could get a hold of it. And it's in the downtown area, historic. It's from the 1800s. I mean, so much potential in this house, but it needs, you know, tens of thousands of dollars worth of work. But oh boy, it's going to be gorgeous if someone gets a hold of it. But anyway, they had, and I was kind of late on the estate sale. Like, everything was pretty much gone. But this canister set was just sitting there, and I think they had 45 on it, and the tops are pottery, okay, and the base is pottery, and they have Italian writing on them. And so this one I believe says lentils. I looked them up. It was lentils, peas, or like chickpeas, and something else. I can't remember. I'm sorry. If any of you speak Italian, you can tell me. But anyway, they're so beautifully done. I mean, they're gorgeous. It says handwritten, made in Italy, and I'll tell you what we did with this. Anyway, I got them down to $35 for the set and I didn't think that was too bad because there is a French antique place about a half hour from here that I like to walk through. Walk through is about all I can do because everything in there are, authentic, gorgeous antiques, European antiques, and, the price to go with it, but just beautiful stuff. And I go in there for inspiration, which I really recommend if there's a place that there's no way you can afford, whether it be a retail store or an antique store or whatever. It's nice to go in there and get inspiration, and you'll see just shapes and lines and types of materials that give that real high-end feel. So that's what I've done over the years, is just sort of trained myself in the basic materials and stuff. So they have a lot of these pottery type of canister sets. Beautiful, beautiful, in all different colors and shapes and stuff. And so I knew $35 for all three was a great, great deal. And we also have an eBay shop, so I thought, well, if I want to sell them, I'm sure I could get more. So what happened is we found the little maker's tag on the bottom. It has since kind of lost the glue and come off. But Rob actually emailed the company in Italy and found out more about them and found out who the artist was. It's a woman artist. We were able to look her up online and see some of her other artwork. So I think for $35, it was a really good deal. I don't know that I could let these go. They're pretty special. Even though I don't keep anything in them, decoratively, they're just beautiful and they're really special. Maybe one day I'll pass them on, but for now, I know it's the brown, but it's brown and white and sort of cream color, which to me is neutral enough. Usually I go with grays and black and white and stuff, but this can blend and mix with all of of course I love wicker and all the natural linens and burlaps and stuff, and I feel like it just mixes beautifully with that. So that was that find. Oh, and another find, let me reach over here. And this was at that same estate sale. This was hanging on the wall, and I know I find weird things that I like, but again, this, I don't know what year this is from. It was hanging on the wall, and I think I got it for 50 cents or $1. It is heavy. I'm pretty sure it's solid brass, and it looks possibly handmade links. And I just thought it was just so pretty as hanging on the wall or laying on a table across a book. Who knows? It's got endless possibilities for style, but it just, again, it brings some of those higher end materials in, and it's just, I just think it's beautiful. It's like an artwork. I'm real picky with art, and I see things like this as a piece of art, just handmade things, the handmade pottery. I think that just, not everything in your house has to be like that, but boy, if you have some touches of that in, it just adds those layers and that depth into the house and makes it look more like that European sort of boho farmhouse, layered, found over time. I'm just going off on my home decor tangent, so hopefully you'll put up with me. Okay, on back to the thrift haul. And this is what it's all about, right? It's home decor, thrift haul. I do a little bit of clothing, thrifting and stuff like that. And let me know in the comments if you would ever want to see any of that. My daughter is super good at it. I'm trying to talk her into doing some videos with me where we go out and look for styling ourselves. She is a cosmetologist. She's always been really good at styling clothes and getting things at thrift stores and making them look high-end, like wearing them, and that's not my forte. Mine is the home decor. So let me know if that's something that would interest you. And then this vase, I think I paid $12 for it, which is higher than I would normally pay for a vase. But I'll tell you what I did. This was not one I found yesterday again either, but I hadn't shown it to you. It's pottery, you can tell from the inside. It's got a beautiful glaze. And to me, this looks like some of those really expensive, well, for me, for my budget, expensive lamps from Pottery Barn. I know a lot of people, that's not real expensive, but you know, $180 for a lamp is not something that I would normally pay. And I just felt that this had that feel to it and style to it, and I picked it up and put it down in the thrift store. And I said, you know what, $12, how much to pay for a vase, for crying out loud, in a thrift store? Okay, now you know how cheap I am. But so I left it overnight, and I kept thinking about it because I'm sort of bringing these greens in with all my neutrals, because my houseplants are a big part of my accessories in just about every room, and the green just goes beautifully with black and white and gray and cream and, you know, all my browns and, like I said, the neutral fabrics and stuff. And this green is really popular right now. So anyway, I waited overnight, and it wasn't till the next afternoon that I went back, and it was sitting right where I had set it down. And I went, no way, it was meant to be. So I went ahead and got it, and I have loved it. I've used it in my dining room. I've used it on my mantle. Now I have it in my bedroom because I'm definitely putting some green in there. I'm kind of doing a little glow up in there and adding a little work area, change my bed around. I'm going to show you that coming up really soon, if we can ever stinking get it finished. But that's coming up too. So that was a fun find. Now, I have to preface this next one. There used to be this store that I would go into. It was called Vintage Cargo. And they used to be in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, and then they moved to Fayetteville. And if you're from this area, you may have, in Northwest Arkansas area, you may have been in there, and it was pretty high end. They had the Vitry pottery dishes and stuff, and all kind of high end and beautiful, beautiful furniture and vintage styled pieces and actual vintage, and you know, all the wonderful soaps and the whole thing. So it was kind of an experience to go in there. I loved it. I think they have since closed, but every time I would go in there, every once in a while when we would wander in there, they had these glasses, and I looked them up. I didn't write down the name, I'm sorry, but they are like a recycled glass. I think they're made in Mexico, and they're etched, and I would just pick them up and just be like, oh my gosh, they were just stunning drinking glasses. And they were, I think, $18 a piece, which I know it doesn't sound crazy, but you go to get 4 or 6 or 8 of them or whatever, and it adds up. And I don't want to cry if I break a glass or if somebody breaks a glass in my house. So I always just said, no, I'm not going to do that. But again, I was training my eye for the look. You know, I just liked the way they looked, and they were in the back of my mind, you know. So I was in Helping Hands, and I hit the score, you guys. First I saw these, and I am completely obsessed with them. They're a little bit heavier. Now, they're not as heavy as those recycled glass ones were, but they're not as thin as like a crystal. I have some that I had showed you before, and someone had told me they were from Princess House. I remember that Princess House way back in the day, and they're crystal, and they're very thin and, you know, sort of like delicate. These are a little heavier, and look at the etching. Oh my gosh. So I got 7 of those for $4. These are not even washed yet, so they're not even in their full glory. They're all kind of dingy. But I'm obsessed with these. Our Sunday dinners that we keep doing, you know, these are not going to be in my regular rotation, which I'm trying not to have too much of that stuff because it gets really cumbersome. But we have been doing our Sunday dinners, and it feels really special to put a tablecloth and use a little bit different stuff. So these will be in my china cabinet. So there's 7 of those for $4, and then I can also use them for holidays and such. Then I found 2 boxes sitting all, you know, by their little lonesome self and being all obscure and everything. And look at this. Dun, 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 dun. I am so crazy over these. I'm hoping you can see what these look like. They are stunning. And again, they're not so tiny that you would only use, you know, like alcohol or something in them. You could definitely put an iced tea or a lemonade or a juice or a sparkling juice, something special in these for Sunday dinner or for Easter's coming up. And look how they mix. Ah, I'm freaking out. They're so cute. And then I thought, oh, there's just some plain water glasses. Nope. They are also etched. Look at that. Isn't that cool? So these are nice size for, again, juice. I find that we have those real big ones that I showed you on another haul that we had gotten from Crate and Barrel for iced tea. Unless I'm sitting at the table at a meal, I like them then, but I generally am not going to walk around the house with one of those. I generally use something smaller and just refill with my water. So I'm more of a sip person. I'm not a, you know, chug it down. So I got, I think, eight of these. And I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these. And then, to top it off, I had to buy both boxes because they came together. I got these really cool retro, let me see if I can get some out, it's all taped here. These really cool retro bar glasses, and they are just dirty as can be. But they have a silver, I don't know if you can see that. Let's see, put something behind it. They have a silver top. So pretty, and 3 different sizes, and I don't know, there's about 16 or 18 of them in there. I don't know how many are in there, but I got at least probably 6 of each size. And these will probably, if I get my flea market booth, they're going to go up there because these would be so amazing. You know how a lot of people are doing these vintage looking bar carts and stuff. We don't do a lot of drinking, so I did set up a bar cart a couple years ago at Christmas and just put all kinds of fancy mocktail type stuff. And so I love them. I think they're cute and adorable, but these on one of those, amazing. So those are probably going to go up there. I don't know. We'll see. I probably don't have anywhere to keep them, so they're probably going to go. But, oh, all of those were $6.50. So the stem ones and the short stem and the water glass type and then the vintage barware, all $6.50. So, and then with that 4, I paid $10.50 for all of these glasses. So, needless to say, that's my kind of price compared to $18 for one of those glasses. Granted, they're amazing. Not saying they're not, but if you're really wanting to stretch your dollar and get the look without the price, I think this is absolutely the look. And who would know that these aren't, you know, from a boutique, amazing little boutique shop. And you know, those other glasses, I have to say, I think it's a small maker in Mexico, and I'm all for supporting, you know, makers. So I'm not opposed to the splurge, you know. If you're supporting a small business, I think it's awesome. But these are definitely the look. I absolutely adore them. Let's see, I'm wondering if I forgot anything. I think I'm good. Oh, yeah, I am forgetting something. I did buy a few furniture pieces. I haven't picked up, I've bought a small fold down leaf size table. I'm gonna use it as an end table. It needs some sanding and sprucing up. It was a vintage one, really cute. For $20, I haven't picked that up. And needless to say, I'm sure you will see it in the future. And then I bought another small table that I may use in the booth. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, I'm gonna roll the video because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. It took me a minute to just even process what was in front of me. And I'm telling you, the pictures in the video do not. Okay, my camera stopped right when I was having a moment over my linen, slip-covered, cream color, amazing sofas that I found. 2 matching. They're almost 8 feet long. I don't know if I can pass them on. I may have to sell other furniture that I have to fit them in my house. They've got the single cushion. The pictures, like I said, do not do them justice. They're down cushions. Beautiful. I know these were very expensive. I could not find a brand or anything like that, a tag on them. They are gorgeous. You're going to not believe me when I tell you how much I paid for them. I went round and round with this guy, and it was pretty comical. I got both of them for $70 out the door. And if you were telling me this right now, I'd probably say you're lying. I mean, I wouldn't be mean, but I'd say, come on, this is just for YouTube. This is a made-up story. It's not. I'm in shock. They're so gorgeous. They have a couple little spots on the slipcover near the skirt, at the bottom of the skirt, that I'm pretty positive will wash out because I don't think they've ever been washed or anything like that. They're just gorgeous. There was some other furniture pieces there. I think they just donated like their whole living room, and it was all really nice stuff. So we're gonna see if those are I'm gonna have to put them in my garage. We're picking them up tomorrow, and we'll see if those end up in my living room, which is the only place they can fit and just fit. I mean, I measured, and it'll be a little scrunchy. I don't have a huge, they are deep, and they're about 8 feet long. I mean, they're like the size of beds. They're beautiful. So, and super, I know they're comfortable because they're down-filled. So, they're like my dream couches. They really are my dream couches. It's ridiculous. So, we will see how that ends up, but I will show you all that furniture. Okay, friends, I filled up my card on my camera. It kept turning off on me saying, you're talking too much and I'm done with you. So that's it for my thrift haul today. But if you want more content like this, please like, subscribe. You know what to do. It's some effort to put this together, but I just love this community. I'm having so much fun with you guys. And let me tell you, I can be having a bad day and get some of the most amazing, encouraging comments, and I appreciate that so much. I read them all. I love you guys. I know that we are like-minded and being determined to enjoy our homes, make them a place of refuge and comfort and nourishment. So let's just stick together and enjoy this time, and subscribe, like, share, do all the things, and let's keep going. So thanks for watching, and let me know what your favorite thing was in the comments, and let me know if you think I should get a flea market booth, because you guys, there's too many treasures in the world. I can't keep them all at my house. So you're gonna have to let me know if I need to share the goodies. Okay, we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching today.